Hey guys, welcome to the View Cryptos channel. Today I want to talk about the World Economic Forum and the Great Reset. The Great Reset was a virtual meeting that happened in June 2020, and the main theme of the meeting was how to reset the global financial system. So let's listen to Professor Klaus Schwab, who is the founder of the World Economic Forum, and then we are going to talk about how blockchain and cryptocurrencies can actually fit in this great reset and in the coming new world order.
Everybody, and thank you, Adrian. Let's first look at the impact COVID-19 probably has. We don't know yet the final outcome of this pandemic. So there's a lot of uncertainty, but we know already that it will have a changing effect, changing on economies, societies. It's not just to be compared with the economic crisis which we had to pass through 10 years ago. The effect will be much similar to World War, and actually all countries in the world are affected. So look at the debt which we are loading on our shoulders. The world was already indebted at an amount of over 300% of GDP. Now the rescue programs of the governments represent another $10 trillion, which will be added to our debt load and will have to be in some way be repaid by future generations. I'm also, of course, looking at the unemployment, which and the impact on livelihoods. We know many people, according to the ILO, about 50% of people in the world will be affected, combined, taking the combined effects of COVID-19 and the fourth industrial revolution. COVID has shown us that we are globally interdependent, and I think it's a wake-up call to work in the future together to address all the consequences and to create a reset in our economic, social, ecological thinking. Thank you.
Thank you.
So as you can see, they're preparing the world for the Great Reset, and I'm not going to talk about whether this was planned or not. The fact is that the pandemic happened and big changes are coming. Let's now listen to Benoit Curie, who is the head of the Innovation Hub of the Bank of International Settlements. He has some really interesting things to say.
It is technology that enables our globally connected world and the provision of money to go around. Technology has been indispensable in helping to mitigate the economic and social impact of the COVID-19 crisis. Technology has enabled economic activity to continue at arm's length and partially overcome social distancing protocols. In many respects, the current crisis has therefore been a catalyst for forcing us all to take stock and to rethink the rules of the game. New ways of working that were previously thought as a fallback are now seen by many of us as a new norm. The ensuing accelerated changes in work and consumption patterns are likely to have a lasting impact on economic relationships. Digitalization has taken a leap forward. These paradigmatic shifts raise important questions. Yet the pandemic has highlighted both progress and shortcomings in payments. While access to payment services has increased over time, it is still far from universal. Low-income and vulnerable groups face the greatest difficulty in paying or receiving funds. Costs are relatively high in the retail segment, and those costs are not always transparent to end users. To reach the unbanked, some government to peers, G2P payments, have relied on paper checks, which take longer to process and may pose higher risks of fraud than bank transfers. Payments across borders are still typically slow, opaque and costly, which is particularly the case for lower value payments such as remittances. There is much scope to improve the quality of payment services in terms of convenience, transparency, and speed.
I think you've got the idea. Let's look at this article here. The Great Reset requires fintechs, and fintechs require a common approach to cybersecurity. Financial technology providers are key to the structural enhancement of financial services during the Great Reset. The COVID-19 pandemic highlights the need to reduce the world's reliance on central points in the financial system. So basically, decentralization. Fintech innovations deliver tremendous economic and social benefits, connecting unbanked and underbanked populations to the digital economy, contributing to small business growth and empowering consumers in new and exciting ways. Trust and security are essential. Trust and security are key properties of blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies. So now let's look at this figure here, the Global Risks Interconnections Map 2020. And here we are seeing that cyber attacks are a key threat to the global financial system, and this area is interconnected with other areas like, for example, data fraud, critical infrastructure failure, financial failure, unemployment, social instability, fiscal crisis, asset bubbles, and so on and so on. And this is taken from a report from the World Economic Forum. And as we can see here, cybersecurity is something very important for the global financial system. Cryptocurrencies are decentralized, trustless, scalable, very secure, and very fast. So they're going to be a big part of the new world order, in my opinion. The current crisis is speeding things up, and in my opinion, next year we are going to see very big changes happening all over the world. And that's that. Okay guys, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell button. See you next time.